Here in London, we see one of the world's most iconic football venues, Wembley Stadium. And since 2007, it's welcomed the NFL to stage some American football contests as well. Glad you could join us, football fans, as we get ready for kickoff. It's Kate, Scott, and Brock Hewitt up in the booth. And Brock, I want you to take us back down to the field. When you were a player, what are these moments like just before the game begins and you take the field for the first time?
Well, you wish you could hit fast forward. You wish you could just get to this, right? Because you are so ready to go. You've done all your work over the course of the week. And I think this is where it is a little different than maybe my era a couple decades ago. These guys visualize. These guys self-talk. There is so much mental work being done. They've already played this game in their mind in many ways, and they're just ready to go. I'll tell you what, as a quarterback, you sure appreciate a run back like that to begin a ball game. It makes your life a lot easier, and they're going to be set up with really good field position to get things going.
Allen taken right to the air. Taken in by Smith. And he has this one past the 50 and will start downhill into Bengals territory.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. In the third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a third down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, don't recycle it. Save it for later for that next third down coming.
First and 10. Here's Allen. Diving right side. Got it! And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that's good for a Bills first down. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. That's complete to Sam Laporta. Touchdown, Buffalo! The Bills take a 6-0 lead right away. It's a Sam Laporta touchdown. Point after up and good by Fairbairn. And the Bills will jump out to a 7-0 lead. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. Has this at the 6. Big shot at the end of that return as he gets it just past the 20. So here are the Bengals now as they get set for their opening drive. They're led out by the legend over in LSU, the former #1 overall pick in 2020, Joe Burrow.
When Joe Burrow's between the white lines, he's one of the game's best and most entertaining quarterbacks. He just has a cool factor that is the envy of so many. Nothing seems to bother them other than some injuries that unfortunately have ended seasons early. When he's on the field, timing, the anticipation, Kate, the precision with which he plays, he has very few peers.
This is hauled in by T. Higgins. They drop him with a big hit. At least he's able to hold on for the game, but boy, Brock, what a shot.
I'll tell you this, you don't want to make a living throwing into double coverage, but double coverage and still finding a way to beat the defense and haul it in. That's not a situation many players win, and there aren't a lot of quarterbacks willing to make that throw and trust their receiver to get it done.
Well, no luck on his first look of the game, so it's going to be third and short coming up.
Here we go.
Burrow from the gun. Warner with the grab. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On third down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. Man, did he make an impact play.
On one, ready?
From the 44-yard line now, first and 10.
What is that?
To throw again, it's Burrow. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. So second down coming up.
Here we go.
Burrow out of the shotgun. Escapes out to the left. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And that pushes him back. Third down coming up.
Gun. Stop.
Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Again, he's under pressure, and he goes down. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough fourth down. The Bengals send out the punting unit. And this will put an end to the drive after it's stalled out. Collects this at the 32. And he gets him something back on that return. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield. We will not get another play in here. That's going to do it. We're back for the second quarter. Bills in possession of the football. They take over just shy of midfield.
Look out.
Hand off to the back. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Here's 2nd and 7. This is reeled in by Reed. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Ball at the 33 for first down.
Middle.
Here's Allen. He completes it in traffic. And they haul him down just a foot or 2 shy of the red zone. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's good for a Bills first down. We've hit the 2-minute warning now in Britain. The Bills hoping to grow their lead before halftime. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10.
Alert!
Throwing here, Allen. Can't connect over the middle, it's incomplete.
That was it. That was their chance to escape this series. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points, and that was their ticket off the field. Unfortunately, they just couldn't quite hang on.
Allen gonna throw again. And he's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills grow their lead just before halftime. Fairbairn connects on the extra point. And the Bills double their lead to 14. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The Bengals all set to go for their second drive. They haven't been able to get that offense going just yet, Brock. The deficit at 14. Oh, he's keeping it again.
Gotta go score.
Bengals have to move here. Clock's running as they hustle to the line. From the 34. And he goes down. The Bills got to him. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
Here we go.
Robinson on the inside give. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, it was bad enough that the previous run went backwards. You've got to have balance in this league. I mean, you really do. There's no chance offensively to find sustained success unless you present run and pass to a defense. And right now, this defense is owning your run game.
Torrey Taylor on to punt. And he's getting the call for the second time this game. Starts the return at the 34. And he gets him something back on that return. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield. A nice 15-yard pickup on the return. And they're going to take over possession. All right, excellent field position for the Bills as they set up 1st and 10. He throws a bullet deep to the... This is caught inside the 15. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills get more points to end a lopsided first half. Point after up and good by Fairbairn. And the Bills stretch their lead to 21. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. Here's a return from the 7. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Down to 12 seconds before halftime as they come to the line.
Here we go. Shot.
Yep, as expected, they go to the ground to start this one off. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. So we finished 2 quarters, a couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this.
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. And with that, we welcome you all into our EA Sports studios. This is the Halftime Report. The Bills were led in the first half by their all-world quarterback, Josh Allen. He connected on 3 touchdown passes in those first 2 quarters.
Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Ewart with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. 2 quarters to go from London Town, and here we go in our second half. Kickoff taken at the 3. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful return. The Bengals returning their offense and this running back to the field. And the running lanes, and they've been hazardous. Not quite the decorated collection of highlights from him that we're going to look at here. Those big plays, the explosive runs where he leads an offense, just haven't been there for him in this one. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Let's get set. Ready, set.
Here's Robinson up the middle. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it. And we'll move to the next.
Shot.
From the 22 on 2nd down. He's on the move. He's running with it. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete.
That was simply a case of not enough time available to let that play develop. That throw was out so quick, and he wasn't able to reel it in.
Burrow throwing again on 2nd and 10. Finds his target, Robinson. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
The Bills getting close, and they take him down. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down. They're out now, ready to punt it. Torrey Taylor will kick this away. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. Starts his return from the 23. And he didn't quite break it, but still an excellent return that gets him up near midfield. Found his way through most of the kicking team. He picked up 25 on that return. And the Bills will take over possession.
What's that?
Here's the handoff. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
Hey, hold. What's that?
Allen setting up to throw. Fits it through the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10.
What's that?
Plowing up the middle. Room inside the 10. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
Hey, tight. Alert! What's that?
Working inside the red zone. Catch is made in close. And in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Well, Brock, not much to say other than the fact that this offense on point. They're just clicking today.
Just rolling. I mean, this is clinic. This is what I call teaching tape. Being well prepared, and more importantly, going out there and executing at a high level.
Fairbairn now for the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Bills grow their lead yet again. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. Fielded at the 7. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Thankfully, only 1 quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. It's the Bengals with possession, but they're in a pretty deep hole to start the 4th.
On 1, ready?
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Here we go. Stop!
Burrow back to throw. And he goes down. The Bills got to him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Yeah, this is a time where offensively you got to regroup. You got to get in that huddle. You know, and quarterback is the most important leadership position. Everyone's looking at you. And as a QB, after taking a sack like that, golly, you got to flush it, instill some confidence, and move this ball forward.
And they get to him again. And the back-to-back sacks. Nice work by the defense there. Sets him up with a 3rd down.
Some squads you just see love to do this, Kate, and I've got so much respect for defensive coordinators who late in the game, instead of playing prevent, well, they step up the aggression meter. Back-to-back sacks puts this offense and this quarterback way off schedule.
3rd and long. Here's Burrow. Escapes the sack. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
You know, Kate, that was one of those situations where you hear a quarterback having a clock, right? You know, and he ended up time in the pocket, but then it was like, okay, time is running out, and I got to do something. He did not force a throw and risk a pick. Instead, he just got rid of it and cut his losses.
Fielded at his own 48. And he's going to set him up with a pretty short field here, Brock, after getting a big chunk on that return. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Look out!
Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he runs this one down to the 22-yard line. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
Look out!
Back to the well again. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that 1st down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
56! Look out!
Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down.
Out! What's that?
Wow, they're going to pass it here. Cut near the goal line. Touchdown, Buffalo. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. You know, I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
Fairbairn now for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Bills continue piling onto this lead. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. Here's a return from the 7. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. The Cincinnati offense headed out now. And they'll get one final chance in a game that, to put it mildly, Brock, has been a bit of a miserable experience for him. 1st and 10 now. Here's Burrow. On target to his man Higgins. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down.
Here we go.
Here's Burrow. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around.
The Bills getting close, and they take it down. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Let's be real clear. There is nothing lucky about number 7 at all for this quarterback. The 7th time he's been taken to the ground for a sack. This defense, they made adjustments. They're incorporating a variety